some of you believe, and I'm not gonna point names, Jason Schreier, I'm literally talking about people like Jason Schreier, believe that go woke, go broke is not a real thing. And Bungie also believes that while literally going broke. Interesting.
The final shape, it felt a little like a love letter at times.
She, her pronouns right off the start. My god. We live in a society.
At times. We really thought about bringing that forward to the weapons. Like Kvostov, it's the first gun you get. There has to be the narrative bookends of the first gun I got in the game. It's here in the Pale Heart. It's like this old friend returned.
Help!
Yeah. And we pepper in the number 7 in as many places as we could. So it bounces 7 times. It's got a bunch of 7s in its stat. You get 7 bouncy bullets when you pick up an orb of power. Bungie.
Yeah, that's why the game was failed. Because someone thought that something like this is meaningful.
Has a long legacy of loving the number 7, and this felt like the right place for it.
Hi, I'm Luke from Bungie.
And I'm Shishka.
And today we're here to talk about July 7th, Bungie Day.
Yeah, Cold Storage.
Huh?
A remake of Halo Combat Evolved map Chillout, available on Xbox Live Marketplace for
200 points!
It's free, moron. It's a thank you to our fans for being oh so supportive.
How cool would it be if on Bungie Day, Microsoft decided to lower the price of the Legendary map pack from 800 points to 600 points?
What do you know? That's what the
How cool would it have been if Bungie did not decide to, you know, just randomly delete content that people paid money for? How cool would that be, huh? I think that would be a little bit cooler. How good it would have been if Destiny's PvP was not plagued by non-stop cheaters all the time. How cool would that be?
they're gonna do.
Isn't that neat, kids?
Bungie announced in a tweet they were increasing the price of seasons from 1,000 silver to 1,200 silver. So when you buy $10 worth of silver, that being 1,000, you actually get 1,100 silver. That's so generous of them. Funny how that works too, because that's just short of the amount needed to buy a new expansion.
Yeah, Bungie initially forgot that they're supposed to make you buy the lowest pack 2 times, because otherwise it's not really successful.
So to buy an individual season, you need to purchase $15 worth of silver. And guess what? You thought a $5 increase was bad? Let's take a trip down to the Microsoft and Epic Game Store, where there is no $15 silver option. The next highest is $20.
It's a set of
Absolutely based, okay? I'm not gonna lie. If you're a Destiny fan, then it's very based that Bungie just decided, hey, you know what? We can just abuse the fans. It's gonna be fine. It's not like they're gonna leave the game anyway. Cross is gonna say, oh, I wasn't supporting Bungie. I said mean things about them, but somehow it never lands.
satisfying feeling. What is this going to enable me to do? What did I win? What ability? How's this going to look?
Not good.
As you can see, there's a big, like, I guess it's a solar farm. That's what I'm going with. Big solar farm, right? If you turn around at spawn and look out in the distance, if you were to boot up D2 and come to the moon, you will notice that the solar farm is gone.
You have those eerie colors.
Of course it's gone.
There's the lamp at the top swaying, changing the shadows in the room. The same area in D2 looks like this.
Okay, listen, they needed to save space, okay? Remember, Bungie said that the reason that they are deleting the content that you paid for wasn't because they're evil. You know, it was because it takes a lot of space and shit. So obviously, the Destiny 2 needs to lower the graphics down because reasons. I guess reasons.
I'll tell you.
So there's just nothing there now. There's just nothing because that was too much space. But there's a crane. It does nothing? It does not.
It's really not just one department creating
Oh Jesus! Never trust someone who takes this much effort to look bald.
something special. When you see all those things combined and the iteration and the back and forth, and when you get to this end result where it just feels like it couldn't be any other way. We hit on something amazing here.
I don't think anybody in this world has ever done anything worthwhile without being their own worst critic. I think that, I mean, especially when you talk about any creative enterprise, if you somehow believe that what you're doing is the greatest thing ever all the time, it's absolutely not going to be the greatest thing ever.
I think my favorite absolutely is the Thrillodrome. It is an arcade lost sector, and I think we can relate to spending our days in a sticky arcade playing games with our buddies.
I'm also so excited for people to see the puka pond with all of the pukas that have been like such a mystery since Beyond Light.
I'm sure people care.
You've got to build it, you got to play it, you got to say, it's not good, let's try it again.
Every step of the way, you know, I'm going...
God, you can see the difference. This is insane. This is insane. Someone at... Listen, someone at corporate looked at a games company and they said, you know what gamers actually care about? Women and their opinions. Obviously not. And then you got this, oh my god, the puka pond. What is a puka? I don't know. No one knows. No one cares. It's a fish, maybe. Who knows? It flies through there, so is it a bird or is it actually a fish? If it flies through the air, why the hell do you call it a pond? Okay? That's probably more caring I have done in these 20 seconds than anyone in this game in the ever.
Playing games. Puka pond.
You've got to build it, you got to play it, you got to say, it's not good, let's try it again.
Every step of the way, you know, I'm going, is this fun? Is it exciting?
As we get toward the end of the project, we're just making smaller changes, tweaking how much damage something does.
We have to make sure that the doorways are the right size.
How's the cover playing out? We're the ones that have to wire it all up and make it work and make it fun.
Just a little more sped up, I think.
Then ultimately, you might have an encounter that plays great.
Jump off there. Jump off here. You should be able to land.
Oh, so close to making that jump. That's awesome.
Sometimes you stumble on it, sometimes you plan for it, but the most important thing is when you recognize it, that you covet it and that you keep it.
The shipping game is always an approximation of the perfect vision. And like,
there is such a massive difference here.
Not having to be the one who decides when I have to stop, because I would never stop if I had any choice. And then the game would slip and then we'd all get fired. And even then I wouldn't want to stop.
We were created for this moment, to deal with this conflict, to solve for this enemy.
Oh, it's Beyond Light! Ah! Being gay is my dream, obviously.
What the hell happens when evil finally arrives and confronts?
Ah, it's evil, and you can tell it's evil by the unibrow and... the anime eyes? I'm not sure. Dude, I can't, literally. Who the hell cared about the business? Who cared? Like, who cared? I mean, who cared? The witness was more disappointing than finding out that these ships were hollow, or whichever ships were fucking filled with nothing. Yes, let's put a malnutrition male. Wait, they just made Asmongold the main villain. Shit, that's insane.
Finally arrives and confronts the traveler.
What is that thing?
Dude looks like Megamind.
Agreed, pure and simple. Cashed it in, sold our souls, came out here. I mean, if you're gonna sell your soul, Seattle's a pretty nice place to do it.
The Flood is out, an unstoppable parasite that's capable of wiping out all life in the universe.
All of the halos are primed and ready to fire.
Days.
Oh, and you left
That woman that you care about, yeah, you left her in the clutches of the grave mine.
Chief, I can't.
This is fine. The grave mine's gonna get tired of her.
It's not safe.
Cortana, nice job.
Cortana is giving us cryptic messages.
Could you sacrifice me to complete your mission?
I mean, it's an AI. It doesn't know how to not do that.
Could you watch me die?
The Cloud Striders, bottom line, are cool.
Osiris and Rohan can go process their differences over some fermented tea.
Taking this for just 2 weeks.
It's an amazing thing to be part of. That many people want something so bad that they're willing to spend that, that time and that effort 7 days a week.
As much of a death march as Halo 2 was, when we got to the end of it, and there's a bunch of seeds there that are exciting and really fed the rest of the trilogy.
We started doing this because we were doing crunch, and we're like, yeah, everybody starts eating the free food.
He's the reason why we have the weigh-in. He was a biscuit away.
Estimated body fat, and estimated lean body weight.
I haven't weighed myself for years.
That's all. You go to the bathroom, take a massive dump. You're like, this will compensate.
Sometimes that saves 2 pounds. Who knows?
And so if we release an expansion with 2 raids, let's say, next year.
Oh god, this is the infamous thing. Oh, if people don't know what this is crazy. This guy is literally... Here at Bungie, we do not deliver good products because players are not going to appreciate good product. So, as if we keep their expectations low, we can go bankrupt faster. Literally the speech.
Our community.
And you know what's the best part? There's a whole room filled with people who are actually looking at this, having their mouths wide open, and they're like, this guy's saying good stuff. This guy's smart. This guy's really smart. He only killed the company.
Is going to be upset if we go back to only 1 raid. Sometimes we have to tell them, like, we shouldn't ship this because it's an over delivery that is going to set us up for failure.
We had this big 3-4 story building in
Guys, we can make really good stuff. We just choose to be garbage.
Bellevue, Washington, had an elevator that went down to the parking garage. And one night I got into the elevator to go home. This is, I bet you, 2 months before I was fired. This other guy got in, and I said, "Oh, hi, how you doing? Are you new at Bungie?" And he goes, "Oh no, I've been working here for about 1.5 years." And I remember thinking, "Oh, goodness sakes, somebody's been working here 1.5 years and I don't even know them." And he says, "Do you work at Bungie? What do you do?" And I thought, "Oh, okay, that's the way it is now. Like, I don't know him and he doesn't know me. He doesn't know anything about, what I've contributed in the past." And I really, at that moment, I thought, yeah, I think that side of Bungie is now, that book is closed.
The art style of Marathon is graphic realism.
No!
It's something fresh. And
no!
Uncharted territory.
Yep. Thanks, Joe. And hey, everyone. I'm Joe Cross, franchise art director of Marathon. Yeah, and wanted to take a minute to talk about some of the events from yesterday. It came to our attention that an artist who worked on Marathon in the early stages of pre-production took a number of graphic elements from a graphic designer without permission or acknowledgement and placed them on a decal sheet that was then checked in.
More than anything, more important even than quality, a live service is about being fast. And a fast game will become great. But a great, slow game will very quickly fall behind.
The difference between entertainment that's successful and
Again, there's literally a full audience of people probably writing this shit down and being like, wow, we can implement this in our games also and go bankrupt faster. Wow, this Baldur, I almost said a gamer word, is really smart.
entertainment that's successful and entertainment that's forgotten is only how people react to it. So no matter how successful we were on Halo 2, it doesn't matter how hard you worked, and they don't give a if it took you 2 seconds or 6 years and 20 gallons of blood.
Why does this even exist? It's just like a random corner of the map that has this thing.
Like, yeah, what is this thing? What the fuck? I've seen indie games that have less jank than this.
This is one of the things that's going to set apart Halo 3 from Halo 2. Just the sheer number of tufts of weeds and grass to sort of help them blend into the ground and the terrain. I know that if there's one out of place, like when the game ships, every time I run by that in multiplayer, I'll see that one blade of grass and I'll be very upset.
So it brings you over here, and if you just step down here, you can see right through the terrain. Beautiful.
This is something a little bit more important. The story that we're trying to tell has higher stakes. Whether we can do that, we won't know until that thing's in people's hands and they're playing.
First trust, then retention, then revenue.
What kind of... Well, dude, the best part is, by the way, they ignore the trust part, okay? And then they put revenue at the start, and then they kind of didn't care about the rest.
They were sticking around in all of our online communities with these megaphones shouting to everyone to avoid this game because it sucked. So we focused a lot of our early work on trying to repair our reputation with our players and our community. Not because our designers believed these
and
were
that worked amazingly.
Most important root causes to our engagement issues, but because they were vocal pain points in the community, and addressing them quickly would clearly indicate that we were listening.
We only want to do right by these people because they are a conduit to profit.
We needed something that challenges and inspires all of us. Something that I think has enough ideas in it that'll last us for the next 10 years.
We are blazing a ton of new trails.
We're building something alive. It has a nature that we don't totally control. Things are going to happen that we don't plan, and that's amazing.
The best thing about Bungie is, even though you have these crazy ideas, you know that they're going to get funneled into a game that's fun.
We're creating something completely new, and it's a scary place, but if it's not scary, then it's not going to be good.
Pretty wild.
We all have a ton of passion, and we all have just enough crazy to pull this off.
We didn't even know how big Halo was going to get. How can anything be bigger than Halo? We'll find out.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh? Uh-oh?
Rainy, because it's an old picture I actually found on my cell phone, because we took down that motto a little while after D2 launch.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, that was a side swipe BL 10 out of 10 by